We're going to get to how Perloff is feeling, but in case you were, otherwise indisposed yesterday or whatever, a little of how things went with the Perloff Peanut Butter Challenge. Here's how it began. Undo the lid.
Okay.
Unscrew it.
Ready? Take go.
3, 2, 1. It begins. It's been unsealed. Perloff.
Oh, my gosh. I'm having a total anxiety
The clock is running, man.
Okay.
The first spoonful has been consumed.
I can already tell you I should have gone chunky. This is going to be very, very hard.
Well, what started as something you thought was going to be hard, not so much. Perloff cruised. Perloff is just putting the finishing touches. The man is a legend. He's got the closer spoon, and Andrew Perloff is like Usain Bolt, just cruising to the finish line. Last bite. You've done it. Of all the improbable.
Guys, give me a second here. I'm just going to put my head down.
You've done it.
By the way, the term closer spoon has to go in the Maggie and Perloff dictionary.
Yes.
Because I've never heard that before, but it was from our boss. And it was to get the nooks and crannies of the jar.
Yeah.
You know why I was thinking about when I opened the peanut butter jar to start with?
Yeah.
I wanted to prove how tough I was I was going to sit there for a minute. Like, you know how Phil Hellmuth goes to the World Series of Poker?
Yeah.
And won't play the first 3 hands because he's so cocky that he doesn't mind falling behind. I was going to sit there, but then I really was panicked that I wasn't going to be able to do it. Because you have no idea what your body's tolerance for peanut butter is until the clock starts ticking.
Well, and you were a champ. You were so good, in fact, that you finished the first jar in less than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you decided to go for a second jar.
I flew way too close to the sun. Now I'm about to throw up all over the sun. Something feels wrong.
Yeah. Oh. Something looks wrong.
I don't feel well.
Ooh.
I'm glad I got through the first jar. That second jar was the biggest mistake of my entire life.
Yeah.
I was doing so good.
It took years off your life. Thank you, Ack, for correcting his grammar.
Ack, honestly, I can choose which way to throw up. I'm definitely going in your direction. So stop talking tough. Yeah, I was going to projectile vomit on Ack. All right.
Yes, I'm glad you didn't, actually.
Do you want my honest opinion on what happened there with the throwing up?
Yeah.
I wish I had thrown up, and I was just too embarrassed. I was afraid that if I had thrown up on camera, right in front of the camera, that would stick with me for life.
That would be your meme forever.
That would be my meme forever. Yeah. So I fought because my body wanted me to throw up. There's no doubt about it.
I bet you would have felt better if you had thrown up.
Absolutely. But I held it in, and then I was doing okay. I was walking home, and I started to feel a little dizzy. I got home, and it was bad.
Oh, man.
Nausea.
Ooh.
And here's the frustrating part. I'm sorry if anyone's eating. So I went to throw up.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I couldn't throw up, so I was dry gagging for a good 15 minutes.
Oh, no, that's the worst.
I don't know what happened. I think the peanut butter clung to the inside of my body and would not come out.
Yep, I think that's probably what happened. I mean, that's crazy to have the delayed nauseous.
Yes. This is about 3 hours after I ate the food.
I would have thought you had been well on your way to digestion at that point.
I think the peanut butter poisoned my entire system, and it was just terribly wrong.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but eventually, so then it was probably about 7:45.
Yeah.
I just lay down and I fell asleep for an hour.
Yeah, your body just gave up.
It gave up.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I was still feeling nauseous. Then I got hungry. So
you did eat dinner.
I had dinner. So that was a really good sign.
Peanut butter jelly?
No, I had a pork chop. Opposite of peanut butter jelly.
All right.
And I started to feel better. But at about 11 o'clock, I had basketball at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day. I decided to cancel that because running up and down a basketball court seemed like a very, very bad idea.
You left Big Cat's?
Yeah. I felt like walking down the stairs in my apartment was a risky move. I just didn't know. You know what I'm talking about. I just didn't really want to risk that. But luckily, I woke up this morning still a little sick, and I felt okay. I went on a run to test my body to see if I could go.
Oh, were you sweating out peanut butter?
I was sweating out peanut butter. I really wanted to see if I could go 5 minutes without having to run and find a bathroom.
Did you like over the Brooklyn Bridge or something?
No, I stayed close to home.
There.
I was basically doing a circle around my block.
Around your living room?
Yeah. Because I didn't want to have to go. This would not have been a public restroom situation. But my body
porta potty situation?
I think my body absorbed the excessive amounts of peanut butter because I felt okay.
Oh, good.
And then I sweated out peanut butter. I probably smelled like a sandwich. And then by lunchtime today, for the first time, my appetite really came back.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What'd you go with? Like, what have you eaten today?
So...
Any peanut-based anything?
No, I'm never eating peanut butter again. I'm not kidding. I've never,
ever ruined it for you. That's
ruined it 100%.
I got a jar of Skippy out there.
I won't eat it.
I can bring it in if you have like the urge.
I said to my wife, I said I would consider almond butter at a future date. I'm never opening a jar of peanut butter and sticking a spoon in it again. It's done.
Oh. Wow. Well, that's a shame, kind of, because I know how much you liked it. That's what led to this whole thing in the first place.
I love it. I can't even thinking about it right now. I'm feeling a little green around the gills.
So even thinking about peanut butter, like creamy, delicious peanut butter is not good for you.
I'm taking my headphones off. Stop it, Sarah. But isn't everyone... Maggie, weren't you grossed out by watching this yesterday? I stuck the half-eaten jar of peanut butter, and you were not feeling that exactly.
No, it was like, finish it off. I was like, no. No, absolutely not.
You didn't want a half-eaten jar of peanut butter that my hand had been in?
Also, like, we're friends, we're co-hosts. We're not related. No. Not eating what you kept putting your spoon into. No, but it did nothing to ruin peanut butter for me. I'm still all in on peanut butter.
Yeah.
If you had puked it out, I might have had a problem with it.
I don't know. I have to do some research on this. I'm not sure it's easy to vomit out peanut butter. I mean, I've thrown
up. And luckily you didn't know.
We've all thrown up from drinking too much.
Yeah, that's easy because it's just a liquid. Yeah. Not Ackerman. Oh, Ackerman's pristine?
I've never been drunk, no.
Wow.
I don't drink.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Personal choice.
There you go.
I have to admit, when I was... Last night when I was on the knees hugging my toilet, it did bring back flashbacks of college. I'm like, yeah, this is a sophomore year at Dartmouth. Yeah, this feels familiar.
Yeah, it's like deja vu, except it's not jungle juice coming out. It's Jif.
No, it made me laugh. You actually said, right when I was feeling sick, you're like, I had to be clear with everybody in this room. If Perloff throws up, I'm next.
Yeah, I'm a monkey see, monkey do. RPC says you deserve a Rocky statue. Honestly, you're modern day. You're a gladiator.
I'll take a Nick Foles outside the Lynx statue. I don't need Rocky.
With Doug Peterson, for some reason, is there too.
I feel like we can mold a statue out of peanut butter. It seems very malleable.
Don't say peanut butter.
PB.
Seriously, every time you say it, it feels like like seasickness. A layer of queasiness comes into my stomach.
Samter, it's a microaggression now. What you're doing?
It's macro.
It's a macro.
Now, Maggie, when you ate the whole pizza, did you have this same type of reaction afterwards?
Well, I puked right away.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did you?
So
were
I
you
still
turned off?
So I've definitely eaten pizza since, but I have not eaten pizza from that specific place, Joe's. And in fact, yesterday when you and I were looking for a spoon in the cafeteria before we called Samter to bring in the spoons, there was some party going on with 50 boxes of pizza must have been in there, all from Joe's. And I was like, and it gave me flashbacks, but I'm like, today's not about me.
Joe's are the best in the city.
I know. I ruined it for myself.
Oh, it's one thing if you just don't have pizza, but to have pizza and to know that you can't have Joe's.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, I feel.
And you love pizza. Isn't that your number one food, Maggie?
Far and away. I know. So I've not had Joe's Pizza since 2018.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Some more of the story is don't do food challenges because you'll get yourself sick of the food you love.
Do it with like broccoli or something.
Yeah,
it's like you never care about.
Something you don't like.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts or something.
I've had food poisoning twice in my life. Are we turning off everybody here?
Yeah.
Once was I got some free meal. Okay, it's not a potential sponsor. The Hard Rock restaurant in Times Square, New York City.
Hey, that's not even there anymore. The Hard Rock Cafe.
No, it's long gone. It was on 50th something. Anyway, I was sick for 3 days.
What'd you eat?
I don't even remember. I couldn't go back there. But then, I won't say the name of the company, but they had a wine country chicken salad, which I loved. It was delicious.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, don't say it.
Okay.
Anyway, I got food poisoning and threw up for about 3 days straight. If there is any kind of chicken salad with grapes in it, I will be immediately sick. Because of food poisoning. Sorry, this is way too much information. Do you guys have foods like that?
This is what happened. Yes, I got food poisoning bad when I first moved to New York. Amateur hour sushi on St. Mark's Place. It was just such a bad idea. I know. And you know what's bad with the food poisoning is you eat the first bite and you know something's off, but you're like, and then you eat the second bite and you're like, I'm gonna die. And I did die for 24 hours. Then I came back to life. Okay, so that was it. I mean, it was amazing to watch you do it. As your friend, as someone who was at first rooting against you, but then rooting for you, you exceeded all of our expectations. It was wild.
Everyone's congratulating me.
Yeah, congrats.
I don't care. I'm too sick to even, like, every time I think about it, it's just nothing but nausea. But that being said, I'm up for another challenge. Can I tell you what food? I was thinking about what food I would like.
You already want to move on to another one?
Well, maybe, because I was thinking about I can never do peanut butter again. Yeah. What could I eat a ton of?
Jelly? Let's ruin the whole sandwich for you.
The opposite of peanut butter, I think I could do a ton of steak or chicken or proteins. Oh. Because I think that peanut butter has way too much fiber. I think the fiber is what got me.
Well, here's something. We can probably say this, right? I mean, I think this is that we're going to be at the draft.
Oh, in KC?
In Kansas City.
Wow.
I mean, you're talking about a place where you can really... I was going to say put down some meat, and then I was like, don't say that. I didn't know what else to say. Don't say that.
What you said is.
I know, but like, whatever. Peek behind the curtain. Peek behind the curtain of my brain. Say something else. Say something else that was just dead air.
I mean, it's barbecue. I could take down a lot of sausages. Is that what you're thinking about?
Another thing I can't say. Yeah.
Well,
things Maggie can't say.
Touche.
Yeah. We might be going to the Final Four in Houston, which is also a barbecue.
We're going.
Yeah, that's a great barbecue town.
Oh, yeah, we could do Houston. I feel like we should let your stomach just sort of...
Hold on. Do we do a Houston versus KC barbecue challenge?
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
What's your food would you like to do a challenge of? Something that
I never want to do another one again because, again, I haven't eaten Joe's Pizza, which is like a crown jewel pizza place in Manhattan. I have not eaten there since 2018. It's been ruined for me. I don't want to ruin another thing.
I think a show goal should be to throw up on Axe Head at some point. Nobody would hate that more.
Yeah.
Why? How did that happen?
Well, because
you came from correct someone's grammar while they're sick.
I didn't give you a hard time. I was rooting you on, but the
grammar correction probably came at an unpopular time.
It was just bad timing. It
was a reflex. That's all. I apologize.
Remember I hugged you yesterday? You had sheer terror.
We'll think about it. But, we can make that happen.
But you kept looking in my direction as you're saying, I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling well. I mean, if you were me, realistically, what would you do?
Run. Just
go.
The update will do itself.
Are you allowed to do a 3-second sports update? What is the,
Just let the music run.
Yeah.
The soundtrack.
Yeah, his mic must have been off. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. A day to remember here on the Maggie and Perloff show. And thank you to all the news outlets that covered that.
Yeah.
We're not expecting that kind of treatment at all.
I mean, Reuters, AP, New York Times. Awful announcing.
Yeah. In the chat, they're asking, how do I get a subscription to Awful Announcing? You don't need one. You can just go straight to the website.
Oh, right. Although, if they do have they are a great website. We love them.
Yeah, they are. They're awesome for writing about our show, so thank you.